All right, good evening, everybody. All right, so this is what's going on. So, obviously, all right, fucking A. Let me just see. So, sharing my screen. So, let me go back to my inbox. So, let me just go to here, right? So, here's the situation. I applied for a job. Using my what the fuck is going on with the screen? Stop. Let me see if it'll let me share. Let's go to my fucking content. It's probably gonna, fudge it up. My videos. All right. Let me see if it'll actually let me share it this time. All right. So here we go. All right. So I've already confirmed my interests. Now, mind you, here's the backstory. All right. I've applied to this company several times without them ever contacting me with my actual resume, a name, blah, 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 actual phone number, all that crap. And, I've applied to other labor companies. And, I'm an American citizen, I'm quote unquote white. I identify as everything else. But anyhow, you get my point, right? So I applied several times. They never contacted me on that resume at all. And I have landscaping experience. I've done it before. In fact, if I didn't, get my current or my last job, which was a government contract, which is, out the window with everything going on in the government, I'd probably still be doing that. It's fine by me because clearly I was doing something right because I wasn't getting yelled at. And so I applied, for this company, multiple times, all that crap. And every time I do, it's the same response. We went with other candidates. So what I did was I Spanishified my name. So I made a bullshit resume. I had some, help by having a buddy pretend to be a non-existent company. And I did all the grunt work. So that's that. So here, once I put that on job boards, I get a contact from Indeed regarding, the position, the grounds labor opportunity, right? Same company, same position I've applied for with my actual name. So let me just go back. And they have received my actual resume and all that. No, let me phrase that. My fake one. It was automatically generated. Application submitted. All right. Thank you for your interest. So I suspect whoever does the recruiting and hiring probably looked at it and just put two and two together. Same number, same location. They're probably like, this guy's trying to game the system. I don't know. Let me know what you think. You think I have grounds for a discrimination lawsuit? I mean, they contacted me out of the blue with my fake resume. And you want to talk about discrimination? I mean, this is like reverse discrimination. I mean, in all fairness, I understand. You know, they might think people are going to quit, and labor companies, they go through guys left and right, and usually, that's probably why they hire immigrants, because immigrants are likely to stay. But even then, that's not a guarantee. If someone who's an immigrant, legal or illegal, if they find a better opportunity doing something else, they're just going to fucking jump ship. And oddly, I haven't seen any labor companies getting popped around here. Um, because again, Virginia's a blue state. Um, I know I was kind of surprised myself in a way, um, but again, it's probably structured like Illinois, which is also a blue state. The bulk of the people live in small areas. I'm in Northern Virginia, which is predominantly blue and probably has the bulk of Virginia population. Um, we probably need another blue, like maybe in the Richmond area, maybe down by Virginia Beach, maybe, and then maybe out here by Roanoke, and then the rest of the counties are all red. All right, so enough of that. So, yeah, if I didn't know any better, I might just reach out to the Board of Discrimination and just see how far they're with that, because this is bullshit. You know, I know people like Mr. Powell. No offense, he has good content, and one of his videos was where the white people start with. I'm one of those fucking people. I'll fucking do the work. I don't give a fuck. If it puts money in my pocket, I'll go fucking do it. I'll flip them fucking burgers. And then I'll get good at it until something better comes along. That's just how I fucking roll. Anyhow, this will be a short stream. I'll talk to you.